So this first polish is called Live Love Carnival. This was from the Brazil collection, which was a summer collection like 2 years ago. And it is a corally cream color. It does lean a little bit on the pink side, but it is definitely a coral. It is a cream finish, and you can see from the first coat that it's actually fairly opaque and goes on pretty nicely. So that's the first coat of Live Love Carnival. As this polish dries, it does darken a little bit, and those sort of red tones come out a little bit more. On the second coat, it definitely applies fully opaque. It does go a little bit streaky, so it's not as smooth as other cream polishes are, but it's not terrible to work with either. This is a polish I think that would benefit from slightly thicker coats. Again, I am a thin coat girl, so you can see with the thin coats it does go a little bit patchy. If you do a second coat that's a little bit thicker, I think it would benefit better. I am not going to do a third coat, so this is just how 2 coats look, but this is Live Love Carnival. So this polish I am actually going to destash. I don't wear it all that often. This is a polish that's really beautiful for spring and summer, but I just haven't reached for it for the last year, so I figured if I haven't reached for it, I don't wear it, and so I am going to destash this nail polish. This next color is called A Roll in the Hague. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. This was from, I think it was Euro Central or Holland, but it was in one of the collections in the fall that highlighted Eastern Europe. And anyways, this is a bright orange cream. I don't own very many orange creams, and the reason I own this one is because it is actually a darker, sort of less macaroni and cheese and more like California poppy tone of orange, and as you can see from the formula, it actually applies pretty opaque. So that's 1 coat of A Roll in the Hague. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of A Roll in the Hague, and this one makes the color a little bit deeper. You can see again when it dries that it goes a little bit darker than when you apply it. With 2 coats, it does go fully opaque, and it actually dries really, really shiny, so it has a really nice finish to it as well. So this is 2 coats of A Roll in the Hague. So I'm actually fairly positive this is either one of like 2 or 3 orange creams, or this may actually be the only orange cream that I own that's like not a neon. I have a couple of orange neons. For that reason, I may keep this because I used to use this primarily for nail art, but I'm just gonna see over the next 6 months if I actually use it or not. If I don't use it, then I will destash it. It is a very pretty color of orange though. It's definitely like a basketball orange, or like Cheeto dust orange versus like a macaroni and cheese orange. So it's a little bit more flattering to me. I'm not a huge like yellow toned light creamy orange person. So yeah, this is A Roll in the Hague, and it's gonna go in my let's see if I use it pile. This is the color in Take the Stage. This one was from the Burlesque collection. This one was one of the shimmers. This is like a rusty orangey tone. This is one of those colors that's actually really, really popular in like makeup right now. This is a shimmer, and it has one of those thinner formulas, but it actually builds really, really beautifully. So that's the first coat of Take the Stage. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Take the Stage, and this second coat adds much more opacity, adds a little bit of depth in the shimmer, but it's not completely opaque, so I am going to have to do a third coat. The color definitely reads a little bit more rusty and orangey than the first coat. The first coat I feel like reads a little bit more sort of like a brown rust shade. It's really hard to kind of distinguish between like rusty orange and rusty brown, but I feel like with the second coat the orange comes out a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with the third coat now of Take the Stage, and this delivers full opacity to the nail polish and gives it just a little bit more depth and sparkle. So that is 3 coats of Take the Stage. So this used to actually be a go-to Thanksgiving color for me because it's kind of that perfect Thanksgiving pumpkin pie sort of color. However, for the last couple of years, I haven't reached for it, so I think I'm actually going to destash it since I haven't used it in a while. So this is Take the Stage, and it's going into my destash pile. So this is in the color Sprung. I can't entirely tell you what color collection this came from, but it is a sort of bronzy, shimmery glass fleck, and this one at the first coat is also on the fairly sheer side, but it also builds up pretty nicely. So this is the first coat of Sprung. If you guys remember what collection this is from, please let me know in the comments down below, because I just for the life of me cannot remember where this came from. So yeah, this is the color in Sprung. So I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Sprung. And this adds a little bit more depth to the color and a little bit more depth to the shimmer, but it also does not get fully opaque in two coats like the last polish didn't. So I am going to need a third coat just to layer on top of this one to get fully opaque. It is a very, very pretty shimmery color though. So that is 2 coats of Sprung. I'm going to go in now in the third coat of Sprung. And you can tell now how pretty the shimmer is in this. You can see the different colors in the shimmer and how it layers on top of itself and how pretty it is when it's fully applied to the nails. And it's also fully opaque now in 3 coats. So that is 3 coats of Sprung. So despite the fact that I can't remember where this came from, I actually really do like this polish. I am going to put it in the keep pile for now. This is another polish that I'm going to see if I wear for the next probably about 6 months, and then see if I use it at all, and if I don't, then I am going to destash it. So this color is called A Woman's Prague-ative, and this one was from, again, either Eurocentral or the Holland collection. I think it was Eurocentral. And now that I'm really thinking about it, it's obviously Eurocentral. And this is an orange base with a really pretty gold and orange glass fleck shimmer. This one I bought actually, I remember I specifically bought it with the turquoise from this collection to do some nail art with, and then I honestly haven't really used it since I did that one manicure with the nail art. So that is 1 coat of A Woman's Prague-ative. I'm going to go in now with the second coat, and because this has a colored base, I feel like this one actually goes pretty opaque in 2 coats. Like, you can't really see my nail line underneath that second coat because of all the shimmer and the colored base of the polish. So I'm only going to do 2 coats of this polish. So again, this is 2 coats of A Woman's Prague-ative. So this one I am actually going to destash. Again, I haven't really picked it up since I purchased it, and although it is a very, very pretty color again, and it's a shimmer and it makes the orange a little bit easier for me to wear, I just don't wear it. So this is going to be destashed. So this color is called Rising Star. This one again was from the Burlesque collection. This is a lighter orange. It has a little bit of a bronze feel to it, so it's not quite just an orange. It has that sort of molten golden bronze tint to it. This is, again, thinner on the first coat, but it builds up on itself really nicely because it does have a slight tinted base to it. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Rising Star, and because of how sparkly it is, I feel like it's fully opaque in 2 coats, and it also dries super, super shiny. So this is a really pretty color, and that is 2 coats of Rising Star. So this one as well, I am going to destash, and I'll tell you it's because I have Goldeneye, which is going to be swatched in this video in a second, but I feel like color-wise they're pretty similar, although this one is a little bit more orange, and because of that I reach for Goldeneye all the time. So this one is also going to be destashed. So this is the color in Pros and Bronze, and this is from the Serena Williams Duo Pack. I've talked about the Serena Williams colors before, and this one was paired with, I want to say this one was paired with a cream color, but I don't quite remember. Anyway, this is a lighter base with a pink and bronze shimmer running through it. So the pink I feel like mixes in with the goldy bronze color and makes it look pretty orange, but if you look really close, there's definitely little pink particles in there. So this one is actually very sheer on the first coat. So yeah, that is the first coat of Pros and Bronze. So I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Pros and Bronze. And actually this layers up pretty nicely because of all of the shimmer particles, the glass fleck shimmer. It actually goes pretty much opaque in 2 coats. So I don't think I'm going to need a third coat because of how much cover the shimmer actually provides in the nail polish. So that is 2 coats of Pros and Bronze. So this one I am going to keep in my things I want to use in the next 6 months, and if I don't, I'm going to destash pile. It's really pretty, and it actually works pretty nicely as a topper. So this I am going to keep for now. So this is Goldeneye from the Skyfall collection, and this is pretty much one of my favorite gold nail polishes. It's so pretty. This one looks like liquid gold in glass fleck form. It's incredible and I love it. It is fairly sheer, so I tend to do 3 thin coats of this. So yeah, this is the first coat of Goldeneye from the Skyfall collection. So I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Goldeneye. And you can see it is still a little bit sheer, but how like glittery it is, it's so pretty. So this is 2 coats of Goldeneye. I'm going to go in now with the third coat of Goldeneye, and this gets the polish fully opaque and fully glittery, and I'm so in love with it. So that is 3 coats of Goldeneye. So this is definitely going to go in my keep pile, and it's just like the ultimate gold nail polish for me that's like not a hollow. So yeah, I'm going to definitely keep this, and it is just my favorite. It's just so pretty. So this polish is called All Sparkly and Gold, and I believe this one was from the Mariah Carey collection, her holiday collection that she did. And this was one of the first like platinum type of glitters that I think existed before the like platinum flakies came to be super popular, especially in the indie world. This polish I feel like came out first and sort of sparked, at least in my opinion, sparked that trend of the super sparkly platinum toned nail polish. So this is All Sparkly and Gold. You can see with the first coat, it is a little bit sparse, but it is actually fairly opaque glitter density wise. I think you could use it as a top coat, but I personally like to use it as a polish, a standalone polish. So I like to layer it up pretty thin in thin coats and get it fully opaque, because then it just becomes this like mega sparkly disco ball on your nails. So this is the second coat of All Sparkly and Gold. I'm going to go in now with a third coat of All Sparkly and Gold, and this gets it fully opaque, and you can just see how glittery and fun and just disco ball-y it looks on the nail, and I love this. This is one of my favorite OPI holiday colors that she's ever, or they've ever made, and it's definitely a pain to like remove when it's totally dry, but it's so cool, and it's just, it's gorgeous. So this one I am going to keep. It is one of my favorite OPIs, and although I do have some platinum flakies that are similar to this, I could use this as both a top coat and a standalone polish, and it's just, I really like it, so I'm going to keep it. So this last polish today is called Sparkle-icious, and this one was also from the Burlesque collection. This was one of the glitters that they released in that collection, and this one I remember purchasing and hunting for because it reminded me of Mad as a Hatter, and although I had purchased and owned Mad as a Hatter, I didn't get a backup, and at that point I thought I needed like every bottle of Mad as a Hatter, so Sparkle-icious was something that I definitely sought after. It is a mix of gold and blue and purple glitter in a clear base, and Mad as a Hatter has different color glitter in it, but this one was my favorite glitter from that collection. So that's one coat of Sparkle-icious. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Sparkle-icious, and this adds a little bit more glitter to the nail. It doesn't get it fully opaque, so I will do a third coat. The glitter pickup on this is, you know, it's pretty good because the glitter particles are so small, and they're pretty densely packed, so you get quite a bit of glitter on your brush when you paint your nails. I think glitters like this tend to do better when you do thinner coats, so it doesn't get really gloopy and hard to paint multiple coats on when you do your coats. So I'm going to go in now with the third coat of Sparkle-icious, and this gets it pretty much fully covered in glitter and gets it to be one of those polishes that's very, very difficult to remove once it's dry, but it's a really pretty nail afterwards. This could definitely be used as a topper, but I tend to always use this as a glitter on its own as well. So this one for now I'm going to keep as well. I do reach for this once in a while when I want a glittery nail. I'm not super into glitter anymore, but this one for now I think I am going to keep and see over the next 6 to 8 months and see like whether I wear it or not. So that is my Swatch My Stash video for this week. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I would love it if you could subscribe. And I do a video every Saturday that swatches 10 polishes from my collection. I'm working through OPI right now. And so I will have 10 more polishes for you next week. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys soon.